Hey guys, this is PJ, and I want to help you understand how to be best prepared for the role and responsibility that you'll have at camp. You know, there's a lot of ways that we need to be able to be prepared physically and mentally and spiritually. And one of the overlooked things is the way that we prepare ourselves physically. If you haven't been to camp before, let me tell you, it's quite an experience. Even the setting, we forget that we're at elevation. We forget that we're working and chasing kids, that our days are filled with activities and our nights are not very filled with sleep. So you need to become prepared for camp. Maybe you've done some walking in the weeks that prepare for that lead up to camp, because you'll be navigating lots of hills and lots of traveling from venue to venue within the campground itself. You'll also want to make sure to come to camp rested, because as we say at camp, sleep? What? There is not a lot of time to sleep or to rest at camp. And so you want to come physically rested. You want to become physically in shape, or as John would say, fit for ministry. But you also want to make sure that at camp that you hydrate. Since we're at elevation, it's very easy to get dehydrated. And it's one of the things that causes the most problems when it comes to headaches or to general fatigue. So make sure you pay attention to how you prepare yourself physically to be at camp. You also want to prepare yourself mentally of camp. You know, there's so many times that the scripture says that we need to set our minds. And if I could encourage you to have a particular mindset when you come to camp, that we're coming to serve. And in coming to serve, there's going to be lots of challenges when it comes to, we bump into each other a lot. And it's very difficult when we become tired or weary, or we're facing circumstances and situations that we haven't before, to maybe get distracted and to kind of lose our focus. You know, Jesus said that he came to serve, not to be served. And if you'll come to camp with that kind of mental ability, you'll be able to see God use you in a powerful way. Which means that we also have to be prepared spiritually. You know, this is a spiritual endeavor, and more demanding than the physical challenges at camp are the spiritual ones, because we're facing real particular issues. Remember, the scripture says that we're in a battle that's not flesh and blood, but it is one of the heart, is one of the spirit. And so we need to be built up in our spiritual man as we arrive to camp, which means we got to be people who understand what it is to put the armor of God on in a daily basis, that we're prepared for the things that God has for us to do, and that we're spending time with God, that our spirits would be sensitized to him, to the things that he says, to the things that he's wanting to do, how he wants to use us and work through us as we come to camp. So come to camp and be prepared.